Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something, well, it's simple on the surface, but it's actually incredibly profound. It's this idea that 70 days of consistent, daily discipline can do way more than just build a few good habits. We're talking about forging a whole new identity.
So let's start with the powerful end goal from our source material. Think of this one sentence as our North Star for this journey. It's the core idea, right? The whole reason for every single action we're about to explore. This is that magic moment where the daily grind really transforms into just who you are.
So yeah, we're not just looking at some schedule or a to-do list here. What we're really unpacking is a complete system, a whole philosophy that's designed to systematically change who you are through deliberate, repeated action. It's all about setting a new, higher baseline for your life.
And that really brings us to the central question we're going to answer today. How do you actually get from consciously forcing yourself to do something to that thing becoming an unconscious, automatic part of you? Okay, let's dive right in.
The entire transformation kicks off the second the day starts. This isn't about jumping into chaos. Nope. It's about two foundational, super intentional acts that set the tone for literally everything that comes after.
I mean, it really doesn't get any simpler than this, does it? The very first action of the day is hydration, and this establishes a core principle right out of the gate. Peak performance isn't built on complex life hacks. It's built on mastering the fundamentals. Just getting the basics right every single time.
Okay, so moving on from that simple foundation, the focus shifts to the physical workout. But the key word here, the one I really want you to focus on, is intent. See, the philosophy isn't just about showing up and, going through the motions. It's all about the quality and the purpose behind every single movement.
And this, right here, just perfectly illustrates that whole philosophy. See, it's not about lifting the heaviest weight you possibly can or running the fastest mile. It's about strong posture, form over ego. It's about controlled reps, making every single movement count. And of course, focused breathing, really connecting your mind to your body. This is literally quality over quantity, made tangible.
Now let's see how this principle just keeps building, because that same level of intent, it carries directly from the gym right into the kitchen. Nutrition here isn't treated as some reward or an afterthought, it's a strategic tool.
The first meal of the day isn't about just satisfying that morning hunger with whatever's fast and easy. No, it's a calculated choice. Protein-rich fuel is picked specifically to support the hard work that was just put in during that morning's training session, to build strength and to kickstart recovery. Every single bite has a purpose.
Now this is really interesting. What this slide does is frame every single food choice, from a midday snack all the way to dinner, as a conscious decision between two competing ideas. Am I eating to serve my long-term goals and support my performance, or am I just eating to serve a temporary craving? It's a powerful question.
This whole principle of strategic fueling really comes to a head at lunch. There's no guesswork, no ambiguity. As we're about to see, the plate is basically engineered for maximum effect, to power you through the entire second half of the day.
The big takeaway here is that nothing is on this plate by accident. The carbs, they're there for a reason, to provide fuel for your output. The protein has a very clear job: rebuild that muscle. And the veggies are there to help with recovery. The entire meal becomes a tool, perfectly calibrated for performance.
And the day's nutrition winds down with that exact same intentionality. The evening meal is all about staying sharp, not feeling bogged down and stuffed. And dinner is simple. It's designed not just to end today, but to prepare the body for peak performance tomorrow. The cycle is always looking forward.
Okay, so beyond the big blocks of training and nutrition, this system elevates a simple, often overlooked habit into a core principle of the day. It's about understanding that progress also happens in those small moments in between. A simple 10-minute walk. That's it. And you know what? This might be one of the most important takeaways from this whole idea. It shows that these huge, significant principles are actually built on tiny, manageable actions. It proves you don't need these grand, exhausting gestures to make progress. Instead, you're building this incredibly powerful system out of small, consistent, and this is key, repeatable habits.
So, after seeing all these individual pieces, the hydration, the training with intent, the strategic nutrition, the active recovery, we can now bring this whole story full circle and really understand how they all combine to create a new standard of being.
This slide visualizes the entire journey perfectly.
In the beginning, every single action, from choosing water over something else to controlling that last rep, is a conscious and, let's be honest, sometimes difficult effort. But through repetition, it becomes a consistent habit. And then eventually, you hit phase 3, where you don't even have to think about it anymore. It's just who you are. It's your unconscious identity.
And so, we end up right back where we started, but now we get it. We know exactly how we got here. The day is complete, and the actions you took are no longer a struggle against your old self. They're now an automatic, almost effortless expression of a new identity. Strength has become your default. It's the standard.
So the final thought this explainer leaves us with is a question to turn back on ourselves. I mean, if who we are is truly the sum of our daily actions, then what are your inputs? What daily actions, big or small, are defining your identity right now? And ultimately, what kind of standard are they creating for you?
Thanks for watching. Every repetition counts. Every day matters. Stay consistent. See you in the next video.